Hi everyone, my name is Cass. I am an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. I've been reading for several years now, about 3 years, and in an effort for me to make tarot a bigger part of my life, I am starting with YouTube, doing general readings. I'll also have personal readings available. If you can click the link in the description and on my YouTube channel, that's where you can get a personal reading from me. That'll have all the details in there. So this is a reading for July 2023. Whenever you see this though, it's timeless. Feel free to click on it if that is what you're called to do. You don't have to interact or react to this video in any particular way. Do what is best for you. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be a general pick a card reading. So you pick, how it works is you pick a pile, whether it's the imagery or there's words on here. So if the words that are calling to you, if there's numbers on there that's calling to you, or if it's just the number of the piles. Like for example, you pick number 2 and think, yes, that one's for me. That's how it'll work. Just pick a call that calls to you, and then that will be your reading. I will have timestamps listed down below, but I'll also have markers on the video too, so you can choose your reading. So without further ado, let's take a couple breaths together just to get us grounded, and then we can go ahead and look at the cards a little bit deeper and see what we have in store for you. Awesome. So let's take a couple breaths. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Awesome job. Alrighty. So, like I said, we have group 1 here. Get the card for you. Refinement. And it's got a dahlia pictured. Love the imagery of this deck. Ritual, number 2, group 2. Sweet corn. And then number 3, grounding, potato. So those are the 3 piles. Feel free to pause the video and take some more time if you need more time to choose. But we'll go ahead and get started with group 1. Welcome back. Group 1, if you chose group 1, this is your reading for July 2023. Alrighty, let me go ahead and shuffle these cards. So I am using a different deck for each card, for each group, I should say, and this is the first deck I ever purchased for when I started reading tarot. I saw another creator use it on here, and I love her readings, and this was the first deck I saw her use, and I love the artwork on here, and I'm gonna go ahead and take it. So I think with that message, it is just kind of like going, either going back to basics or just going back to the start, and perhaps just remembering why you chose to do something with this. Like I know, example for me, the refinement here, looking at it just now, I'm thinking, like for me, this is my first video ever posting on YouTube, and this was the next step for me in my tarot journey. I believe like, hey, I want to read for others, I want to help others if I can, and tarot seemed like it made the most sense in that regard. So refining that skill, that idea is what I'm getting for you, group 1. But let's just see what the cards have. Alrighty, group 1, July 2023. So I'll just shuffle until a card comes out, or until I feel called to pull one. July 2023 for group 1. What do we have? two want to come out. So I'll pick one more. So before we see all of them, this one wants to come out. We'll just keep them face down. Okay, are you ready? Da-da-da. Knight of Wands. Okay, sorry. Let me just move this over here to the corner. So your tarot cards for July 2023, Knight of Wands, the Hermit, and Knight of Cups. Just by the way, I don't read reversed. That's just personal preference for now. Sometimes I go on and off. For this video, I told myself no. So this is what it is. This is awesome, guys. I see a lot of movement, a lot of just like I said, moving forward, but also kind of see two things: moving forward, but then also taking the time to pause. And perhaps right now it's you pausing and really like refining your skills, and then you're gonna move forward with just this new sense of adventure and feeling of happiness and joy. So I have a bunch of oracle cards, so let me just start pulling them, and then we'll get more detail in there and I can get a full picture. Alrighty, group 2. I'll take that one. I got so many cards. I just see other tarot readings on YouTube, and then I see a deck and I'm like, oh, I want it, and then I go get it. Actually, I haven't bought one recently, so if y'all have any recommendations, I would love to hear them out. Uh-oh, that one fell on the floor, so let me give me a handy grab it. Ooh, deep breathing. Let's see, what else do I got here in my You know, sometimes I'm good at shuffling and sometimes I am not. So please don't judge me. I'm sure I will refine my skills and get better once I do more of these videos. And like I said, if you feel called to, I do have personal readings available. You can click the link in the description, or you can go on my YouTube channel, and my little bio will have the link there. So right now, I'm just pulling all the cards. Oh, that one came. Oh. And I got two more. Can see that's what came out. It came out head. Oh, this one already came out too. Okay. So, I got one more, guys. Okay, just one last little fun quote or affirmation. Let's see. So those are the tarot cards. Like I said, we got deep breathing, support. Ooh, I have never heard of this crystal. I'm not a big, I mean, I think I know the basics, but this one's number 1 and I'm like, oh, I don't know. Full moon eclipse, conclusions are within reach. Waxing gibbous will over here. And then patience. The tide will come. Oh, sorry. I am so sorry. I'm like trying to get the cards on here. The tide will come when it's ready. Yeah, I see a lot of, with the conclusions are within reach, the hermit, even the refinement and patience, I see a need to pause, and with the deep breathing, pause and be patient, because I think right now you're probably in a moment, or perhaps for July, you're in a time of, hey, I need to, you kind of have an idea of what you want to do, but you need to take the time to like refine it a little bit. And perhaps you've already started this journey. Let's say you're starting a small business, just for an example, and you've kind of made the first beginning steps to it. But maybe right now it's just perfecting, and you've had a couple sales and stuff like that, and you have your social media and all there. Maybe right now it's looking, okay, how can I bring in new customers with Instagram and with the different profiles, just looking into them a little bit deeper. And perhaps also with the support over here, it could also mean bringing in people that have been in the industry or in the career that you want to go into, or the hobby that you're trying to pursue and, you know, get more involved in. Perhaps it's reaching out to people and saying, hey, you know, I'm really interested in this and I want to hone my skills. Tell me about your journey and how you started. Kind of like a networking type of vibe. With the Knights too, and I think once you kind of get this rolling, I see a lot of movement. Not only movement, but intentional movement towards not only happiness and joy, but also like taking risks. And sometimes we need to do that. We need to have the willpower to take risks. So yeah, I definitely see you taking risks. I definitely see you doing something, refining skills, taking a pause at first, refining skills, being patient, kind of like, you know, putting in your dues, so to speak, but putting in the time, and so you can feel much more comfortable, kind of funny, much more comfortable taking risks, and you'll feel that happiness of like, oh my gosh, I'm doing something because I really enjoy doing this. This is something I actually put in the time and the effort in, and it is something I genuinely feel interested in, and I want to keep it growing. So that is what I see. Conclusions are within reach. I think this is definitely whatever it is you're working on in July, which I see it either being like a hobby, or a small business type of venture, or career. It could even be career, like you moving careers, or you just trying to get a promotion, or trying to maybe even just make a big change. Maybe you're just trying, maybe right now you're doing something, but you want to do you want to work on skills to get moved to a whole different department or something like that, a whole different area in your company. So that is also very neat. And conclusions are within reach. I think, you know, it's right. It's right around the corner. Your goal, whatever you're seeking to achieve, it's right around the corner. You just gotta, like I said, be patient, stick with it. This is perhaps with the Knight of Cups and the Wands, it's perhaps a journey that you've been in already. And the refinement here is like, okay, you're almost there, you're almost to the goal, but you do need to refine your skills a little bit. And that's perhaps where the patience is coming in as well, where you're like, okay, I understand you want this and you want this now. You gotta change up some things, maybe work on some things, hone some skills, but stick to it, because right around the corner, conclusions are within reach. That is awesome. You know, it's funny, yesterday, July 3rd, was a full moon, and there's a full moon, this is a full moon eclipse, but full moon nonetheless. I see a lot of willpower here, and I think you'll need that, because this is something like with the patience requires what I believe a lot of will, because it's easy to just go out there and do something, but when you know something is right around the corner, but you have to be patient, and like, I know it's there for me, I gotta wait a little bit, but I know the time is coming. That takes a lot of willpower to, you know, have to, you know, sit down and be like, okay, what can I do now while I wait? I do want to read I do read guidebooks. I'm not opposed to reading guidebooks. I think they're very helpful. And I think the author intentionally meant, you know, to write the guidebooks for, and they have certain keywords for their cards. But in particular, this one, it kind of reminds me of tourmaline, like black tourmaline, and it's a dark crystal. So it could very well mean, for me in particular, just reading it intuitively, a need for protection, just something to protect you, protect your energy while you go through this journey. So let's just see over here. Yeah, it's integrity, essential meaning, words are hard. Essential meaning: integrity, solidarity, impeccability, reliability, consistency. Now that is said, there will need to be a lot of consistency. That's perhaps where the refinement's coming in too. Perhaps you haven't had a lot of consistency, and this is a call to, hey, let's be more consistent with your skills. Let's create a routine. Let's create some discipline, because that could be what has been lacking before. Just a sense of, you know, consistency and discipline and honing your skills. I know for me, like, I say, oh, I'm gonna go work out, and I will go work out for like a month, like 2 days out of the week, and then after a month I'm like done. And I can't say I honed my skills, because I mean, for a little bit, yes, for that month, but I need to keep it going. I need that consistency and patience. But if I stick with it and have that patience, conclusions are within reach. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna read just gonna skim through here and see what. Although we are always evolving, we all possess deeply held values that we do not have to compromise. Your personal integrity matters. So if you're feeling pressure to say yes when your heart says no, or to be something you're not, listen to the message. I'm so sorry. I do not know how to say this crystal name. Adjurine Spirit brings you. Now is a time to remember the importance of being reliable and impeccable with your word. If you really wanted to say no, don't say yes for now, and try to correct your mistake later. People may struggle to accept your truth and your decisions, but stick to them. Be solid and consistent, because what matters to you deep down matters to the conscious universe who loves you. If you are feeling unsure, doubting whether you have a right to take a stand, become still and reconnect with the conscious universe through this crystal. It's not your job to protect everyone's feelings and keep the peace at all costs. You don't have to rush about smoothing everything over. Be at peace as you stand firm, for your deepest values are in sync with your purpose, and the conscious universe wants you to feel and be strong right now. And then this is the prosperity message. Now is the time to be unfailing in your adherence to your values. Know where you are willing to bend and where you are not. Be in touch with what matters most to you, knowing that abundance takes many forms and will show up in many ways. Be fully present and impeccable in your financial transactions and dealings. If you have money decisions to make, meditate on what fair looks like. You will have greater clarity about where to make a stand and where a little compromise feels right. I definitely feel that this could be a very specific message for words are hard again, for a specific someone, but like the deck said there, like, do not compromise, like, oh, I shouldn't say that. Like, do not, like, if you feel strongly about something, it's you're deep in your values, like, this is what I believe, please go out there and, you know, believe that. If someone's telling you to do something that is not, that does not, like, that you do not feel comfortable with, that you do not feel strongly about, do not just say yes for the sake of saying yes. You know, hold firm, compromise where you feel like, okay, yes, I can compromise here. Take a stand where you feel like you need to take a stand. Yeah, I do. That kind of feels like a very, I see two situations where in this reading where this could be either whether it's in a career and someone's asking you to do something like in your job that you don't quite feel comfortable with, that I could see where that plays in here, or that's kind of the feeling I'm getting. Or if someone, like, you want to start like a small business, or you want to pursue your art or something of that sort, where it's not very the social norm to do that, whereas, you know, I know me, doing this, like doing this video is perhaps very out of the orthodox for, you know, people like in my family, my friends, just the people that I hang out with, because we've all been like, okay, career society tells you need to get a career in a corporate job, you need to find something stable, and that is, you know, some people, they can do that, that's great. Some people need something with, you know, that everyone deserves something that's fulfilling to them. Some people, they're comfortable with going to work an office job, or work a job that gives them the stability that they need. That's great. Some people, you know, want to pursue their art, want to pursue a small business and things like that. Though it's hard and though it's out of the norm, it is their dream and that's what they want to do, and we should not be telling them, no, don't do that, because we should not be perpetuating our fears on others. That is what I should say. We should not be perpetuating our fears towards others. So if there are people out there telling you like, oh, you can't do this, like, what are you going to do for money and things like that? No, go out there and, you know, you can kindly say, I feel you, thank you for your concern, but this is something I feel strongly about. I'm going to go out there and do it because it's true to me. Go out there and do it. Like, that's all that you got to do. Easier said than done, of course, and I know it's hard, but I do feel a sense of just do what your heart is telling you to do. If it's, whether it's, you know, staying with your integrity and someone's telling you to do something that, you know, perhaps you don't feel right with, don't do it. Don't just say yes for the sake of saying yes. Or if you're in that situation where you want to pursue something that perhaps is totally different than what your friends and family are doing, and they're perpetuating their fears on you, stand strong with your goals and your dreams, because that's, you know, you can do it. You have to have faith and the willpower and the patience to do it. But just, you know, stick with it. At least try. And that's the thing, you can tell them too, like, well, I just want to try this and see what happens. It may not work out. It may. But how do I know if I don't try? Is usually what I tell people. If I want to try something new and people are like, why would you want to do that? I'm like, well, I just want to try and see what happens. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. If it does, then, you know, I'm awesome. Cool for better for the experience. So, with that being said, this is perhaps where the support here is coming in. Let me just read it, show you. Your spiritual team is assisting you with this situation. Reach out with your awareness and call forth what you need in your life at this moment. Open up and allow yourself to receive help from those around you. Your angels and guides are working through other people to provide support you need. So, like I said, there could be people that are perpetuating fears on you, or telling people to do things that perhaps you don't align with. Use your discernment. Very strong in the belief that everyone should use their discernment, intuition. When they're faced with situations like this, in any situation, honestly, use your discernment. There could be people out here that you can go to for support. So for example, let's say you're that person that's trying to pursue their art, and your friends and your family or whoever, it may not be none of them. It may just be like media and just the world around you be perpetuating fears on you. Find a support team. The card calls for your ancestors and your spiritual team, but they also could be working through people around you, like your friends and your family. It could even be just people that you see on social media, perhaps, that you see out there doing the same thing that you want to do, and perhaps it's reaching out to them, networking with them, or perhaps just like DMing them, like, hey, I'm interested in doing this, but I'm faced with blah blah blah. How do you suggest going around it? Or did you go through anything like this that you had to overcome? Definitely. Yeah. There are so many times where I feel like I'm in doubt and I'm being questioned just by dreaming, which is so weird, but just by having dreams and goals and having ideas, and people judge, like, not judge, they could be judging you, but just questioning you, and you're just like, I don't know, but I just want to do this, and perhaps the questions are valid, but also where was I going with that? But there are people out there that perhaps have gone through the same thing, and they can help you and guide you to help you feel a little bit more comfortable with the route that you're wanting to take. The deep breathing here, I actually really like that with the Hermit. Hermit is all about introspection. Oh, I'm sorry about the glare. Hermit is all about introspection and just looking from within, finding that light and fire from within. And deep breathing, just very much that deep, taking a breath. Meditating, I'm getting a big meditative state. Maybe just taking time to be with yourself, to be with your thoughts. Or even just taking some time, to be by yourself, and perhaps this is an idea, but in order to make it something where you feel comfortable taking risks and something that genuinely brings you happiness, and where you have a game plan, you need to refine that idea, or that idea, that whatever it is. It could be a new business venture. It could be you just have an idea for what your career wants to look like now, and different things like that. Just an idea, and you need to spend some time with it, mull it over a little bit, and yeah, I love that. Actually, now that I'm seeing it, 2 knights right on either side of the Hermit. Wands and Cups, passion and feeling. Like, you're gonna need both for this goal, or this idea to evolve and grow. You're gonna need support. And I think if you feel like you can't talk through anyone with this, try talking. This is perhaps where the Hermit comes in. Try talking with your ancestors and your spiritual team. Try like that meditation. You can perhaps get an idea of who you want to reach out to, or perhaps you can get, I'm a big proponent of meditating, and just you can gain a lot of clarity from doing that. So that is your reading for July 2023. course, like I said, this is timeless, so whenever you feel called to click on it, click on it. And if you would like a more personalized reading, I definitely offer those. Like I said, you can click the link in the description, or in my bio on the on my YouTube channel page. Like I said, good luck with your goals and with July 23. If any of this resonates, feel free to comment. I would love to see if this resonates, if anything from this reading came into fruition for you. And yeah, I hope to see you on the next reading. Feel free to like and subscribe if that's also, if you want to see more of my readings and just more content from me. But yeah, thank you so much, and y'all have a great July. Welcome back, group 2. If you picked the group 2, the sweet corn card, then this is your reading for July 2023. Just first impressions based on the card. Sweet corn ritual. I'm getting, well, exactly that, rituals. Just little things in our lives that can help us connect with our ancestors, or it could just make help life feel a little bit more magical, a little bit more in tune with ourselves and just with nature and the world around us, for example. And I think anything could be a ritual. If taking a bath, if you want to, make it special with Epsom salts or a bath bomb and some herbs. Let's say your tea, for example, you can stir it and do some, say some affirmations with it. I know that's what I do every day, and I love doing that. And I think it really just helps start off the day. It could be going to, before you go to sleep, you do a meditation, just little, not little, but things that can just make our lives feel a little bit more special, a little bit more grounded, but also just a little bit more us, and feeling connected with our ancestors. So let's see what we have for your reading today. Alrighty, July 2023. Ooh, I'm gonna put this to the side over here. So 9 of Cups came out for the first card. Let's see, 2 more cards. July 2023, and we'll take this one. Oh, 9 of Cups and then 8 of Swords. Whoa. But the Knight of Cups. I do see some doubts coming in, but know that there are doubts or obstacles that perhaps, how do I say this? They're, I think if you take some time to reflect, you will see that the obstacles are perhaps smaller than what they seem, or that you have the resources, the willpower, the faith in yourself to overcome them, and they may not feel as bad. But definitely I do see that you view that you have obstacles in your life, definitely, but some of them may be self-imposed, as in my dog is walking around. Okay, hello. They could the first impression that comes to me is self-doubt. You have doubts about your skills, about your about your yourself, and you think you can't do things because of these doubts. Well, no. Overcome those doubts. What is the root of those doubts? And then, from there, find a game plan to overcome them. Alrighty, we got the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Cups and the Knight of Cups. I'll definitely need to work on my pronunciation there because I don't want to confuse them. But I do see a lot of happiness. Perhaps this is where you're in the middle. Perhaps you're in this space where you are happy. You have perhaps a romantic life is starting to form and take shape, but you're still here like, no, I don't deserve this. For whatever reason, I don't know why I have this, but I'm kind of getting like imposter syndrome here. And that's where the doubt, like, that's where I get the doubts coming in of like, oh my gosh, I don't deserve this. Why do I have this in my life? It's like, I don't deserve all these good things, but yes, you do. Yes, you do. So with that, I'm going to pull some oracle cards, get a little bit more clarification, and then we can go a little bit deeper. So let's pull some more cards. Group 2. Group 2. Group 2, July 2023. There we go. The Void, a Dark Moon. Okay. Number 1. Okay, let me pull some more cards. I have another moon card because it was just a full moon in Capricorn yesterday, July 3rd. So let's see, Group 2, July 2022. July 2023, Group 2, Group 2. There it is. Oh, a fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. Ooh. Okie dokie. That's fun. I'll just put it right here for now. For aesthetics. And so you can see it and still in the frame camera. Alrighty. Group 2. Group 2. Not all those cards. I only need 1. There we go. One-sided love. Oh, we'll have to get a little bit more clarification on that, but let's start with this deck. Alrighty, Group 2, July 2023. I will take this one because it fell on my lap. Orange Sapphire. Two more cards, guys. 2 more oracle cards. Oh. chanting. One more card. That's what I like to end the. I like to pull these cards last because they're cute little, like, I don't know. I think I think they're good endings. Good, like, final, like, okay, yes, this is the end. This is the overall message. Determination. Alrighty. So yeah, now that I said that, I feel the just that feeling of imposter syndrome, feeling that, you know, there's these good things happening to you, or they will happen in the future. Perhaps you're starting to see them evolve, but right now you're like, no, I don't, this is not for me. Like, why is this happening to me? And when I'm sorry, I want you to feel better about this. So let's try to see what we can do to help you feel better. With the ritual, I do see where, like, little, like, affirmations, little things in your life that you can implement in your routine to make you feel a little bit more positive, not only about yourself, about what's happening, because I do see good things happening, but you perhaps just don't have you don't see it as such, or you see it as, what did I do to deserve this? Why is this even happening to me? Do I, like, yeah, exactly, like, just, I'm saying it long, like, with a long description, but it's just very much, I feel the imposter syndrome. So what little rituals can you do throughout your day to help you feel not only comfortable and confident in yourself, but with what's happening around you? Because there is, with the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups, there's so much happiness, so much romance, so much love coming in, and you should feel those things. So whether it's, and like I said, it looks different to everyone. I know when I drink my coffee in the mornings, I usually say, like, a little affirmation while I'm stirring my tea, stirring it. It could be you looking at your tea and, you know, saying affirmations before. It could be you waking up, and when you get ready, right before you walk out the door, look in your mirror and, you know, say, like, I'm gonna have a great day, I'm beautiful, I'm smart, all these things that you feel called to say to yourself. And they better be, hopefully they're happy things, good things about you. Like, think about your, like, good qualities and what you like in your daily routine, and try to make them even just a little bit more magical. Baths, I know a lot of people do baths, like, with bath bombs, and, like, they put, like, rose petals on stuff to make you feel more special, and just to make the bath itself feel more special. And, like, self-care things too, those can definitely help. And if you can make that a ritual, like a constant thing that happens once a week or every other week, I think that could help you feel more confident in yourself and help you feel a little bit more comfortable with all these good things happening. With the void here, I do definitely feel just that sense of, like, sadness. Like, it definitely, this is connected to the Eight of Swords. Of just, like, why is this happening to me? And just, I don't know, I just feel very, like, feeling wise, and I just feel very, like, oh, like, sad. Like, perhaps this imposter syndrome is even stopping you from wanting to pursue these things, because you're just like, and perhaps it's even, now that I think about, now that I'm reading into it more and feeling it more, perhaps it's even the fear of these good things are happening and you don't want to lose them, and so you're like, well, if I stop now, then, like, I won't feel too attached to it, and that way I can just not feel as bad. No, these things are happening for a reason, and it's happy, and you should be happy. And yeah, there could be a chance that, you know, things change down the road, but that, like, you know, that's life. It happens. That means that it was, you know, something worthwhile. This one-sided love, which I kind of feel, and I kind of feel like I said, this is a specific message for specific people. If this does not resonate for you, like you're not in a relationship or anything like that, you don't need to take this advice. Like, you don't need to take this. So that's that. Because I know I read a lot, I like view a lot of these tarot readings, and then they talk about like relationships, and I'm like, well, I'm not in one, so what do I do with this? You don't got to do anything with it. Exactly that. So the one-sided love. There is a lack of emotional balance, connection, and fulfillment in this relationship. Love and feelings are not being reciprocated. This may pertain to an imbalance of give and take, which leads me to my other interpretation of this. This could be a relationship where someone is not, like there's one person that's super happy, loves this, like, yes, I want to continue, I want to move forward, I enjoy your company, I want to continue dating. And then I see the other person, which very well could be you. I am feeling like it's you in here, where it's like, and this is it still could be imposter syndrome, where you're like, oh my gosh, I honestly, perhaps you start dating, and and you're just kind of like, I don't think anything will come out of it. Well, lo and behold, something comes out of it, and you start dating someone, and I see you kind of like having this imposter syndrome of like, oh, I actually really like this person, but I also didn't think this would happen. Why is this happening? Do I deserve this? What did I do to deserve this? And now you're questioning and you're spiraling, and now you're like, and perhaps with all that, you're not reciprocating the emotion that perhaps you once felt, like perhaps, and I do feel like you very much feel like you want to continue on with this relationship. You just have some doubts. So, which is, like womp womp. Oh, it feels that. But, let's continue on with the reading. But I do feel that could be out there for someone, where someone's in a relationship and one party, like both parties, I feel like, I definitely do feel care for each other. Just one of them is in that imposter syndrome, and they're like, what did I do to deserve this? I honestly didn't even think I'd be here. Like, I kind of get that kind of energy where someone's like, I honestly just went on this date just because my friends told me to, because it was a blind date or something, like it was out of obligation, like you didn't think anything would come out of it, and there goes something coming out of it. So a fiery climb. Well, first of all, I just feel a lot of wands energy from here. I know we don't have any wands, but I'm seeing like the red from these two cards and the determination from this card, and I'm feeling like wands energy, passion, willpower, just like a adventurous, like let's go out there and do it. With the a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. I think exactly that. Things could be heating up in this relationship. Perhaps it's I don't know, perhaps y'all have, like you talk it through with your partner, and you kind of realize, oh shoot, like maybe this was like, I don't know why I have this imposter syndrome. I really care about you. And then the relationship just gets even stronger, and you just feel that helps you feel even more passionate about it and more involved. I do want to I don't know why I'm feeling called to read the book on that one, so I will read the book. Like I told group 1, this is my first reading on here, like YouTube video, but I do not protest to reading from the guidebook. I think, you know, the author of the creator of the you know, the decks, they choose their words wisely. There's a, you know, they are the ones that created the deck. So if I'm also a big proponent of reading cards intuitively, so that's what I do. I try to read them intuitively first, see what comes in when I see the card, and then if I feel called to, I'll also, you know, read the guidebook too. So I'm a big proponent of both. You can do both. Doesn't have to be one or the other. So oh yeah, okay, this first made sense kind of a little bit. It's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants, but you'll have to wait a little while. You'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast, or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created the situation yourself, which means you can create your way out of it too. This card comes up. When this card comes up, a peak is coming, and it could be fiery. Be nice, be kind, smile, and be polite as you navigate to where you want to be. Additional meanings, be assertive. Being assertive is good, just don't ride over anyone. If you're in an intense situation, meditate your way to peace. And you need to have more fun. Yeah, I think this is a call to, like with the void, while I was reading that, I did get another thing too. You could also be overthinking a situation, or overthinking a relationship, or perhaps something happened in your relationship, and perhaps you're overthinking. So with that overthinking, you kind of like got short with them. You stopped talking to them maybe, and because you don't want to meet, like, perhaps an awkward situation, or you just don't know what to go from there because, like I said, you're overthinking the situation. I think the fiery climax here could also, with that situation, just mean like, hey, you know, okay, you feel this way, give it some time. If anything, you know, y'all gonna have to either discuss it or, you know, meet up and, you know, figure things out. But definitely you're figuring things out together. It could just mean you going out there and having, like the ending said, going out there and having a little bit more fun with your partner, or perhaps even with yourself too. Like, go out there and just enjoy each other's company, enjoy your company too with yourself. Like with the ritual here in the Nine of Cups, I do see like there is a need for fulfillment and content, and that's something that you can do. You don't need other people to do it. You can do that on your own too. It's always nice to have other people involved too, but you can also do that yourself. Orange sapphire, like I said, with this like orange, I see a lot of passion, a lot of happiness. This kind of, the light that's radiating from the crystal here, the orange sapphire, it kind of looks the same light as the light in the Nine of Cups. But I do see you going out there and like trying to achieve happiness, trying to achieve you know, joy and content, satisfaction. And I believe once you find a way, like I believe through your journey of finding all that, you're going to shine, and you're going to shine bright, and other people are going to see it too. So do not, you know, we all get in this Eight of Swords energy. It can't, you know, it's going to happen. It can't be helped sometimes. But I very much so do hope that you realize how special and how important you are, and take the time to focus on yourself, to do things that you enjoy in your life. If you are in a relationship, I very much so feel that, you know, they care about you and you care about them, so definitely reach out to them and you know, just talk to them, support them, and they can support you, because this one-sided love like that, and I don't see it as such. I see it in the sense of like time. Like someone's not giving each other like the time that the other person, that both of y'all deserve to give each other, but that is because, like I said, there's something holding someone back. Oh, and I forgot about the chanting card. This, I believe, very much goes with the ritual card of just finding a ritual that you can bring in your life that just makes life a little bit more magical and helps you feel more confident and at peace with yourself and your situation. It could be chanting, could be meditating. This also called for meditation too in this time, so that very well could be it. And then the determination over here. Don't be afraid of the rising tide. It will soon recede. Yeah, I feel like this is just like I kind of like what I said, the whole like overthinking, and you kind of feel awkward and you don't want to reach out to them because you're like, oh my god, I think I did something wrong or something, and so you just like try to avoid them because you're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk to them because I feel awkward. And I think the determination is just like, hey, like, and with all the situations I brought up in this reading, like, you know, be determined in yourself and your relationship. That's how you can overcome this Age of Swords energy, is to be determined, to have faith in yourself, in your relationships, and the people around you. Do these things over here, the chanting, all the rituals that you can implement, reaching out to your ancestors, focusing on yourself can definitely help you feel more confident and give you that determination that you need in order to continue pursuing this nine of Cups energy, and could also even help you pursuing this Knight of Cups energy of romance. And yeah, there's romance. Well, guys, that is your July 2022 reading. If you would like a more personalized reading, I do offer personal readings. You can get that through the link in my description, or in my bio I'll also have a link to where you can purchase a personal reading. If you also enjoyed this reading, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also share with others if you feel called to do so. You also don't have to do anything at all. Like if you're just like, nope, this was not for me, or like, yes, I resonated and I liked this, but I also don't know what I need to do, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to claim anything. You don't have to do anything. Like, this is for anyone who needs it, and I expect nothing in return. Just your good energy, and yeah, I'm doing this to help myself get out there and to implement more tarot in my life, because that's what I feel I've been called to do. And yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, and have a great July. Also, if any of this resonated with you, feel free to come back to the video and post in the comments. I'd love to see if anything resonated. Yeah, awesome. Have a great July. Thanks. Hello everyone. If you chose group 3, this is your reading for July 2023. First of all, just looking at the card, grounding, potatoes, definitely feel a need. July, I feel like there's a big overall message of just grounding yourself, meditating, just also finding clarity, taking a moment to pause. I feel like July is a good pause, and July is usually like it's mid-year, so I do feel like a lot of people are taking the time to ground themselves, perhaps like doing like mid-year assessments and just looking back at the first 6 months, looking back at their goals that they set at the beginning of the year, and just telling, like, assessing, like, hey, what do I need to do? What do I need to change? What can I keep that I've been doing that's doing well? So yeah, do feel a sense of grounding. Also, just looking at potatoes. I love potatoes. They're very versatile. You can obviously eat them. There are many different forms of eating them, but I love potatoes, so I love this group. So let's just see what we got for July 2023. Oh, that one aggressively came out of the deck. So, the Hanged Man. I haven't seen the card yet, so I'll put it over here. So I'll pull all the cards. I'll pull tarot cards first. Read them a little bit, and then pull some oracle cards for clarification. Excuse me. So let's see. Let's pull 2 more cards. I will take those. Wow. All major arcana. The Tower and the Fool. Whew. There is a lot of energy here. I kind of feel like you perhaps had these goals 2023, and the beginning, like January, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And now coming July, you know, like, things happen, life happens, and you just want to, whether it's you in particular, whether it's just life going on around you, there's an energy of just, I'm breaking this all down and starting over. I also even see you, I've been seeing a lot of videos lately, and it's probably because it's July, but of like reinventing yourself, like using the last 6 months of 2023 to just start over, reinvent yourself. And that could be something that has perhaps piqued your interest, and perhaps it's something you're looking into. So like I said, with the Tower in the middle right there, whatever you're working on the first 6 months, or whatever you've been working on, I do feel like there's change happening in that regard. It could also very well just be you, and whatever this is that you just want, that is just, you're like, I just need to change everything. It all needs to go. I need to start from scratch, basically, is what I'm getting the feeling of. Starting from scratch, whatever it is. It could be yourself, and you wanting to reinvent yourself. It could be an idea, it could be your career, whatever it is. I just feel a need to start from scratch is what I'm getting. With the Hanged Man here, I do see yourself opening up to different perspectives. So for example, perhaps let's keep on with the example of reinventing yourself. The Hanged Man, looking at different, being open to different viewpoints, different perspectives. You're probably just looking up, like, what you're opening up to new ideas, new content, perhaps, and you're just like, what can I implement in my life that I believe that will help me go forward? What needs to stay in the past? And I just see yourself viewing life differently too, viewing like just the world around you differently. You know what? Sticking, like I said, I'm going to stick with it, probably with this one example just because it's so fresh and new, but I also think it does resonate a little bit. Let's just say before this reading, you were such a rigid person, or perhaps you just were very set in stone in your ways, and now, like, whatever it was that was just set it off of, like, no, I need to start from scratch. I think that what started that was viewing different perspectives, and perhaps viewing, like, whether it was videos or just hearing people just talk about, like, oh, I'm gonna change this and this and this, and you're like, you know what, I actually need some change, and I'm just gonna go out there and do it. And that's where I kind of see this coming in. You opened yourself up to different perspectives, which is great. Some people, like, I definitely agree with that concept of, you know, being open to different perspectives, whether it's up to you to use your discernment and you know, asking yourself, using your discernment of like, will this, you know, is this meant for me? Is this something that I can agree with and move forward? Or is it something that, you know, I agree with your viewpoint, your perspective, but that's not mine and I'm not gonna move forward with it. Definitely agree with that. So, but I do see yourself opening up and, you know, perhaps wanting to implement new things in your life, and that means, for some people, starting from scratch. With the Fool here, I actually really love this card after the Tower card, because I think you're opening yourself up to just taking a leap of faith and just, you just want to start all over. You're just like, okay, starting from scratch. And this is giving you like just a newfound just want and need, perhaps, and just desire to move in your own path. And that's what also I'm kind of getting to, like, you perhaps are starting just, perhaps your life was, perhaps you've been so open to tell, or others people have been telling you what to do and everything, and now you're just like, you know what, no, I want to be myself. And perhaps you know, like, I feel like the with TikTok and just like social media coming on, and you know, with things that have happened in the recent years, like global events, people are starting to feel, are starting to want to do things that resonate more with themselves and their life purpose, or just what, you know, doing things that light them up in their life. It's not just being on autopilot anymore. I feel like, I don't know, for me personally, I was on autopilot for a long time before recent events, global events have happened, and now I'm just like, yeah, I don't think I was focusing on myself nearly as much as I thought I was. And so I kind of feel that sense of, that's where you want to start all over, and that's where you're opening your perspective of like, you know what, I think I want to change some things in my life. And the Fool coming in here is just like, yes, I do want to change things. I have a desire to change things, and you are going to go out there and just do it, taking a leap of faith, which is awesome. So a lot of energy there. So let's get some more oracle cards just to get a little bit more clarification, a little bit more details. So I will pull them out and then we'll go from there. Let's see, group 2, July 2023, group 2, group 2, not group 2, group 3, 2023, group 3, 2023. There we go. Okay. This came out for another group, group 1, Will. Oh, sorry, you cannot see that. I'll just put it over here for now. Okay. Will. Kind of like willpower. I think this energy definitely requires willpower. For sure. Group 3. Group 3. This deck, what advice for group 3? July 2023, group 3. Okay, I'll do a couple of times, and if nothing comes in, okay. Okay. Dumortierite. Well, it's a pretty purple, or like dark, like a violet color. That's pretty. I haven't heard of that crystal. I love that deck because I learned more about crystals. I only know the basics. So let's see what we got for this deck. Oh, this one wants to come out. Read. Ooh, I love that. That's perhaps where you're getting your different perspectives over here from the Hanged Man. Let's see, let's pull this one. Ooh, your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. Ooh. Interesting. Group 3. Time apart. And then final affirmations. Group 3 meditate. Take some quiet time in the still air. Oh, I'll put that over here for now. Okay, let me take some time. The meditate definitely makes sense. I'll actually move it over here with the grounding, because I think with this heavy energy, there's a lot of energy going on here. I think it's definitely needed to take some time to yourself, to be with yourself, to be still, to meditate. Exactly that. Make some quiet time in the still air. Have quiet time for yourself. To think what you need to think, to feel what you need to feel. And also with the time apart, let me just read this. Time apart is needed. Distance will bring clarity. Take the time to focus on yourself and do the things you love. This is an opportunity to master something within. This may pertain to a period of separation. So this is this could very well, you don't have to be in a relationship to, like, this is called the Love Compass Oracle deck. You don't have to be in a relationship to receive the message from this card. I definitely just think it means you need some time apart from, or rather I should say, you need some time to yourself, for yourself, to just, to think, to feel, you could even be mastering something like the card says, but if anything, you need clarity and you need to be grounded as well. So I think that's where these cards are coming in. I think that's one message here. Reading could definitely have to do, I believe, with the Hanged Man. Just you're receiving different, like, I was about to say receiving feedback. You're open to different perspectives, and perhaps you're reading a lot more and just taking in a lot more content, knowledge, information to help you gain different perspectives, whether it's in your life, you could even be starting something totally new, and with that you need a new you need a different perspective. So that's probably why you're reading and you're taking in all this knowledge and information as well. I want to read this one because Like I was telling the other groups, I am not opposed to reading from the guidebook, because the creator of the decks, you know, they're the ones that created the decks, so I'd like to hear what they have to say. But I will also read these intuitively before I try to pick up the guidebook. Either or works. Everyone reads differently. I love that these two blue color, like this dark blue color is together, or this dark purple. This purple kind of makes me think of the galaxy, just something like ethereal, like otherworldly. You could even say like magical, and just something just very different, very unique. So 21, let me just read it from here. Essential meaning, organization, orderliness, clutter clearing, list making. Oh, this actually makes sense with the Tower card. So let's read. Let me read. Not all plans will come to fruition, but in the planning, we learn so much. Have you worked out your plans, making lists and organizing your thoughts? Do more. I am so sorry. I'm going to pronounce this. I will try to pronounce this to the best of my ability. Do more Tierite, Spirit's message to you is to take the ideas in your mind and commit to them. What? Okay, this is what I'm saying. When I read, I love this. When I'm like, oh my god, that's making sense. Okay. Okay. To commit them to paper in an orderly fashion, for you are supported right now in structuring plans that will help you achieve the fulfillment you and healing you seek. Your mental discipline is enhanced now, so pull out your journal and write to-do items. Draw arrows and pictures that help you prioritize and acknowledge what is most important to you and what needs to be on the low priority end of your list, or dropped off your list altogether. Do more Tierite. Spirit wants you to know that you will feel stronger and more confident once you start working out your ideas on paper, and right now your power to put it all together in a way that works for you is at its peak. Commit to organizing your ideas today, for the conscious universe wants you to know that you are better at this planning stuff than you might think. I'm going to read the prosperity message too. Divine guidance is yours now, as your ability to think through and plan how you will secure prosperity and build your affluence is powerful in this moment. Make lists, devise your strategy, and commit on paper to do what you want to do. Make it real by reading it down as you writing it down as you organize your thoughts, and set a course for growing the prosperity you deserve. Know that your finances are not out of your control simply because you do not have complete certainty about your situation, what you must do, or what lies ahead. You will feel more confident in this knowledge today if you hearken back to Do More Tierite Spirit's message that divine order is always at work in your life. So get organized to align with the flow of abundance that is always available to you. I actually love that, because that brings me to another mission. Excuse me, words are hard. I've literally been saying that with every reading. I believe this brings another message of perhaps the tower here is, because exactly how it's pictured, there is a tower that is crumbling. Perhaps your plans that you've been working so hard for and what you're working towards just did not work out, and it happens. Like, things just crumble down, and you didn't plan for that. It happens. Definitely does. I definitely feel. But like it said, in the planning, we can find out, you know, a lot of things, not only about ourselves, about how we think, about how we feel. So I think with this card, the Dumertirite spirit, it's telling you like, hey, I know things may not have worked out before. Things just came crumbling down. I know it's obviously not what we planned for, not what we wanted. But what can you take away from that experience that can help you grow? And also be open to, this is where the other cards come in, be open to different perspectives, be open to different ideas on how to, make things better, and to make the second opportunity a better one. And then with the Fool, taking that leap of faith in yourself and in the universe, and trusting everything that, it'll work out with your aligned action of, whether it's making to-do lists, being more organized with yourself and with your thoughts, because that could have been something that perhaps was something that was missed in this first try. Too. Wow. Yeah, now that I see that, I do get a sense of just being more organized. Perhaps things came tumbling down because there was a lack of organization, a lack of clarity, and the message here is you need to get clear. That's where the grounding is also coming in. That's how we can get clarity as well in our lives and in our situations. It's by sitting down with ourselves and taking the time to be silent and to find that clarity that we need in order to move forward. When we're not meditating, when we're, out there doing our daily lives. I think reading very well could be with the Hanged Man of like opening up to different perspectives. It also could just could be a hobby that you're doing that is very soothing and calming for you, and that's something that you enjoy. So I'm a big proponent of reading too. I should be reading more. I used to read a lot, especially like in my junior high and high school years, and ever since I went to college and opening up all the textbooks, I kind of just like fell off of reading, but I do need to get back to it. I love reading. Your commitment's being tested. It said in the guidebook too, with this one too, like exactly the same thing. Your commitment's being, gonna be questioned. And the way to solidify and to give yourself accountability is to write it down on paper. So definitely that. I feel a big need to organize, to write things down, to maybe even set a schedule, even get like accountability buddy if that helps you too. And I know this may sound daunting. It's like, oh my gosh, but it's already July 2023. Like, how am I going to just jumpstart and start things anew? Believe in yourself. This full energy and this willpower here is how you're going to get through it. Because the Fool, it is the purest form. Just, I'm ready to go out there and live life. And live life to the fullest. And you're just going to go out there and take a leap of faith. And things may work, things may not work. You don't know, but you have your experiences, you have your resources, you have your clarity once you get it. And that's all we can do, honestly. We can go out there and, gain experience, gain the knowledge, and gain the clarity. And go out there and do it. We don't know what's going to happen, but we hope for the best, and we go out there and we do it. That's life. That's awesome. I don't know why I'm feeling called. I don't know why I'm feeling called to pull one more card for you. It'll be a tarot card. So let's just see. Alrighty, group 3. What else do you want group 3 to know for July 2023? Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I love this card too, and this is a good card. I love the illustrations on this deck too. So this is just additional message. Knight of Pentacles. It may be a slow process. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest pentacles, or the slowest knight in the whole of tarot. But they're very methodical. They are planting their seeds. They know where they're intentional, and they know where they're planting their seeds. And they're out there, you know, building stability. You know, it may take time. They've just built all these, like, they just planted all these plants, and they just started growing. It may take time for it to, you know, grow so they can harvest, but they know that they built, you know, they planted this in a place that they will grow. Bloom where you were meant to bloom. Where, what is that saying? Bloom where you are planted. I don't remember. I'm just getting a, like, you know, the need to bloom. And there's a lot of flowers here. Now I think about a lot of greenery here. And with the potato too there too. And you know, sometimes we can't bloom in the environment that we were in before, but we find a different one. We make our own environments in order to bloom, in order to make, you know, have our dreams become reality. So biggest takeaways: get grounded. You gotta meditate. It doesn't have to be meditation. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. It could be meditation. It could be walking outside. It could be doing a hobby that you enjoy, such as crocheting, knitting, running, underwater basket weaving. I don't know what it is, but you don't have to be, like, still in order to meditate. Like, at least in my opinion, like, I sometimes find clarity and by washing dishes or doing the laundry. So, you know, however you feel called to find this clarity, go out there and do it. But definitely you need an opportunity to be with yourself, take the time for yourself, and to feel grounded. I see you opening up to different perspectives. Write things down, hold yourself accountable, because your commitment is being tested. But you got time. You can do this. Believe in yourself. Take a leap of faith with this full energy. Use that full energy and this willpower to propel you forward in your journey. And also understand that, you know what, you're gonna, Knight of Pentacles here came out at the end. That was your additional card. Be intentional. It may take time. Be patient. That was a message for the last group, you know, being patient, but you believe in yourself, and, you know, you do what you can do, and the universe will do its part as well. That is my reading for you today. If anything resonates, feel free to come back and comment. I would love to see if anything does resonate, or if anything from this reading came into fruition. If you would like a more personalized reading, feel free to hit the link in my description, or also the link in my YouTube channel is where you can, the only place where you can get personal readings from me. You don't have to do anything with this video at all. You could like and subscribe, or you don't have to do anything. I don't expect anything from you. I just hope for good energy, and I hope this video finds the you know, people that it's meant to find, people that are aligned with my energy, and you know, because I'm hoping to create a community here. So yeah, thank you so much, and have a great July. Bye.